Hello, Ayub. Well, I've got some time off work today, you see, Ayub. So I thought I'd build some more on my robot, but live stream it this time. No keyboard playing today. Good to see you, Ayub. Anyway, how you doing? I bet you was not expecting this, was you? It's going to be fun. There could be explosions, fire. We'll see. Just rolling a cigarette. Can you hear my voice okay? I don't want to have to shout too loud. This will be my first ever live electronics video. First. Probably the last. We'll see. We shall see. Let's see how this live stream goes on first. And I'll decide whether to do a future one. Well, part 2. Because this ain't going to be fully built in this session. Any questions? Anything? Hey up, ma'am, Mrs. Ray Paul. Oh, Mrs. Ray Paul, it must be well early there. What time will it be? 2:45? 10 to... Is it 10 to 9 there, Mrs. Ray Paul? Electronics at that time in the morning. Oh, there's no keyboard. There's no keyboard. Not in this live. What's the red circuit board marking? Oh, the questions are coming already, look, ma'am. Well, I don't know if you saw my first pictures I put on Discord. It was just the bare bones of this robot. These, the red circuit board and this Veriboard circuit board I added yesterday. The red circuit board. See, now I've got. I'm testing my camera skills here now. See how close I can get. Oh, you can see my hand. Oh, too far. Yeah, that red circuit board. That's the muscle to drive the motors. Very cheap off Amazon. Little boards. I could have designed my own, but it were a lot quicker and cheaper just to buy some already made up. But they drive the motors. Look at the size of that chip. The size of that chip. How many pins has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4... 8 pins. 16 pins. And I think it must have got little FETs inside it to power these motors, but... It'll power 2 motors, forward or reverse. And I've been testing it, and that little chip don't even get warm. It's fantastic. Totally recommend. The wires from that board go to the motors underneath, which I did yesterday. Let me zoom out again. There'll be a lot of zooming ins and zooming outs. Little bit more. Yeah. To the motors. Use heat shrink as well. I always use heat shrink. Protects the joints. Not the joints in your body, the joints on the motors. Hey, David Meek. Bonsoir, hello. No, that's David Mealer, isn't it? I always get you mixed up with David Mealer, David Meek. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you. Prepare to be bored out your mind. Hi Mark, just made it in. I just turned 61 today. Are you telling me it's your birthday today, David, and I'm not playing keyboard, so I don't get to play my Stevie Wonder happy birthday to you? Now I'm annoyed. Anyway, happy birthday, David. Happy birthday. Happy 61st birthday. So what I'm going to be doing today... Oh, this board, this Vera board, I built myself. That... Just a minute. Where's my tweezers? Tweezers! Wherefore out now, tweezers? I've got a ruler. And a pencil. I can't find my tweezers, so I'm going to have to use a pencil. Where they go? Oh, here they are. Ashley! Good evening, Ashley! Or good morning, or good afternoon, or wherever thou art in the world. Yeah, this Vera board here, as I point, is my power bus. The main power will be coming from these batteries, 18650 lithium ion batteries, which I've currently got on charge at the minute. So the main power, which will be 8.4 volts, goes into this board here, through this diode, 5 amp diode, so I've got protection, so if I happen to reverse power, nothing will explode. I always try and use a protection diode in my circuits. It's a good 5 amp diode, so plenty of power. And then that enables me to put some a row of pins for the negative rail and positive rail, so I can keep taking power off these pins. It's a lot neater, rather than just soldering wires together and joining up-teen wires together for different power points. These are just stuck down with double-sided tape. Really strong stuff. I'm building a bot, Ashley, yes. Not a botty, a bot, a robot. Of which, as Mrs. Ray Paul knows, it's going to be called Sex Butter. Once it's finished. So, what I'm going to be doing today... Zooming out. Move forward. Yeah, what I'm going... So now I've got the muscle for the motors, my power board. I'm now going to build the brains for the circuit, i.e. a CPU. I've just got to grab my PCBs. I designed this PCB myself, so I'm just about to show you, so give me a minute. This is when it all goes disastrously wrong. The tripod will fall over or something like that, I don't know. This is a first for me. Oh. If you see the camera wobbling, it's because I've got it on a tripod on my bed. Not like these professionals what's got proper worktops. Who needs a worktop? Got this nice silicone mat, had plenty of usage. So, JLC PCB, that's what I use to get my circuit boards manufactured. No PCB way advertisements. Good old JLC PCB. And they're not sponsoring me, by the way. Who knows after this video, eh? Right, let's see what goodies we've got in here. These are what you get free when you order PCBs from JLC PCB. Little rulers with the Fresnel lens on them. Pretty useless, but they're free. All my PCBs in here. Now this is the PCB which I designed for my microcontroller to fit on, and that's what we're going to be building up today and sticking it somewhere on the robot. So without no further of doings, let's get to it, shall we? Hands up who's bored yet. I'm going to put some good old Commodore 64 SID music in the background in a minute. At least that way I don't get any copyright strikes. Hopefully. Okey dokey. So. Out the way, robot. Sex botter. So I'm going to be soldering all these components on here. If you can see, I've put all the values, what's needed, on the printed circuit board. Makes it a lot easier to remember. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So, let me get my... I have to keep swapping glasses as well because my eyes are shot. Some more powerful glasses for soldering. I watch vids like this every day, so you got a long way yet to bore me, says me. That's good to know then. So let me start getting some components from my component drawers. Diode, capacitors, regulator, the chip itself, some pins. I wish I'd ever started this now. Let's see how we go on. So I think first I'm gonna dig out a regulator. Oh, crystal, 20 megahertz crystals going on there. Now then, so let me get a regulator. Now, because I'm lazy, my component drawers, I've not bothered putting labels on them yet. I've just written them in the book as to and what drawers they're in. God. Is that upside? It's upside down, isn't it? All numbered, with all the parts what's in that drawer. So let me find my regulators. Let me stick some good old Commodore 64 music on in the background. Give me a minute. Is it an Arduino based processor? How dare you, Mayhem? No. I've always used microchip. Always. And the processor of choice I always use is a DSPIC 33 EP256 MC502. Got loads of them. Well, I'll get that out now. Stick it. Hold on. Anyway, that's the chip. DS pick. But you can run these babies at round about 70 megahertz or 80 megahertz using the PLL. Synthesizer. Phase lock loop, I think they call it. That was not in focus, was it? See, I've got to get used to this. Right. Old school, mayhem, old school. And I only program in assembly, of which I'll be showing you that as well, the assembly, when I get round to programming it. Right, let's get some bit of background music on. Like being at work, you've always got to have some background music on. I can't put music on because I'll get shot by YouTube, as you know. Using my old school mini disc player, if it still works. That is not my mini disc player. There we are. Hold on, man, I gotta get some sound levels here. See if anyone recognises these Commodore 64 tunes. Hold on. Start again. Am I rewinding now or forward winding? Where are you? Technology, stop. Alrighty then. Recorded from an actual Commodore 64. Let me know if that's too loud over my voice and stuff. Alrighty then. Let me find my regulator. Come on, where are you? Assembly, old school. It's very old school. It's the fastest though. Took some learning though, I told you. Learnt myself off the internet. But I tell you what, it's well worth it. Right then, regulator. Wherefore out thou? You can't hear music, hold on. Not any better. I've got to have some music on. I'll kill myself otherwise. Brad G. That's a hot and sexy robot. That's a pretty robot there. And just see what that sounds like. That's about right, I think. Right then, regulator. La 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 la. Right, draw 23. Give me a minute. So I need a 3.3 volt regulator. Laurie Van Ooze here. Good afternoon or good morning. Oh, you're really disassembling Jessica. I forgot about her. I've not fed her for months. I'd better go and look in the basement, hadn't I? Right, which is my 3 volt regulator? I think it's them ones. Three volt regulators. These have pretty good standby current, but the surface mount, so I'm going to have to be soldering wires onto that, not onto the PCB directly. Don't get off me. So I need to take one of them out. Regulator. That's going to convert the 8.4 volts to 3.3 volts for the microprocessor. That little black thing there. Hi Chris, Captain! Hi Captain Rapo! I'm boring everybody. So next, I'm going to get my crystal. Where's my crystals? This is what makes the microprocessor work. It's kind of like its heartbeat, the crystal. Without it, it'll not do anything. Well, it will, because it does have an internal oscillator. It's called an oscillator. But I always try and use a crystal. It's more accurate. 20 megahertz crystal. Is that Katrina here? Oh, there probably will be tantrums, you watch. Someone's gonna give. About time you got doing some techie streams. Have I missed any tantrums yet? No, I've only just started, more or less. So, crystal. Crystal, crystal, crystal. Crystal, crystal. Here we are. Oh, the lighting's crap. Anyway, 20 megahertz crystal. Need one of them. And also, because it's going down tight onto the PCB, I need an insulator for the crystal, which I use. These things. This lighting's not very good, is it? See if I can turn it down. I don't know. Right. Need one of these babies. Insulator for the crystal. That little thing. And that is going to pop over the crystal, which is pretty hard to do. I've put many a crystal through my skin by holding that and then pushing it through, because the holes aren't very well cut on this insulator, so you got to open them up. There we go. Nice insulator on the bottom. Because all the can's metal, even underneath, it can short out. Crystal's going to go there. So let's stick it in, shall we? Look at that, our first component going on the PCB. Here we go. This is entertainment to the max. Bend the legs a little bit to stop it falling out. Actually, I've got another tool. Hold on a minute. Just put my crystals away. Stuff's disappeared. Oh, it's here. I nearly had a tantrum then. I have a tendency of putting things down and then I can't find them. That's what she said, Laurie Van was here. But nobody recognised what this music is yet. A game on the Commodore 64. I think Katrina will know, so don't spoil it. We'll just put these back. PCB holder. Fantastic tool this. Soldering it on. Trying to get the best view you can get here, but it's not very easy with my setup. Right, powering on the soldering iron. solder. Ah, you soon get used to it, Mrs. Raypole. All those tiny parts, says Mrs. Raypole, I would have a meltdown. Takes patience. It really does take patience when you're doing it on Veriboard, Mrs. Raypole. I don't know if you know what Veriboard is, but it's an alternative to PCBs, but you have to make sure you don't short things out and stuff, whereas ready-made PCBs, all done fire. Did I say I designed this PCB? Using KiCad, K-I-C-A-D, KiCad, it's fantastic for designing PCBs. I'll have to show you one of these days. Right, soldering iron's heated up, let's get our first component soldered, which is the 20 megahertz crystal. Which means it switches on and off basically at 20 million times a second. Pretty fast that, isn't it? You try and do that with a light switch, on and off, 20 million times a second. Just a minute, I need to try and get a bit more length on my soldering iron. There we go. Right, here goes. You can't really see it, can you? That's better. I'll get my other glasses on for soldering. Soldering the first component on. Bish bash bosh, done. Some cutters. Trim off the excess leads. So for those of you what's just come in, I'm building the brains for the robot microprocessor. Right. First component is on. There it is, look. All nice and lonely, waiting for its friends. What shall we put on next? I'm gonna get the regulator on ready actually, because with all the other components on, it's gonna be pretty hard. Some cable. Cable. The type of cable I use now is silicon cable. It's fantastic because once you start soldering, tinning the end of the wires, normal cable, the insulation starts melting backwards. But with this stuff, you don't get that problem. And plus, high temperature, as in silicon is. It's fantastic stuff. I use this all the time. So I want 3 wires for my regulator. Three wires, black, yellow, red, to go on the 3-pin regulator. Voltage in, ground and voltage out, so 8.4 volts in and should be getting 3.3 volts out once I've wired it up. Other good thing about this silicone wire as well, you can strim it back with your fingers. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Cheesy peas. Let's have a look at the chat. Throw some chips on, says Katrina. Very tidy soldering there. Oh, thank you, Katrina. Oh, I've been doing it for years. Can you tell me what the brand is? The brand of what, Laurie? The cable? Tuafeng. It's Chinese. Tuafeng. Off Amazon. Brilliant stuff. So, once you've stripped it back, always twist the inner wire. That prevents then, once you're tinning the end of the wire, if you don't twist it round, the little strands of wire will spread out and it's a nightmare soldering it onto stuff. So twist it round and tin it. Just going to strip back the other 2 wires. Strip it, twist it, strip it and twist. Strip it, twist it. Ah, I feel like I'm in a techno movie, says David Meek. I've got to give you a fire at some point, haven't I? Something's got to give, explode or something. Right, so I've got to tin these wires. Oh, I'm working at speed now. 3 wires tinned. Get them on the old PCB. I want red for input, yellow for output, black for ground. I think I still need power for the glasses. Last wire. I've got the shakes. I'll just make sure that none of them are shorting together because they are quite close together on this PCB. Not happy with that ground one.
That'll do. We'll check for shorts later. So the regulator's going to go on there and then stick somewhere. Don't tell me where to stick it. Right. Strip it and twist it. That could be a shirt contender. Strip it and twist it. Right then. Hippie shakes. Damn right, Laurie. I used to have hands of steel. Not anymore. Right then, I think what we're going to put on now is the capacitors. Would anyone like to explain what a capacitor does in the chat? While I go and grab some. It's like bloody crystal maze in this bedroom. Where's my new caps? Got these off Amazon as well. So I need 100 nanofarads. Chris R says a capacitor is a neat way to deliver a massive electric shock to an unsuspecting person. 100% correct. I'm going to have to start issuing prizes out. Well done, Chris R. I take no responsibility on humans being damaged in this video. Well, while learning things off this video. Capacitor is basically like a battery. Just charges a lot quicker. It helps to smooth any ripples out in DC voltage. There's DC blocking capacitors and AC capacitors. So I'm going to put the these are the electrolytic ones. These only allow voltage one way. If you reverse the voltage on these babies, it's boom shanker. You get a big explosion and lots of smoke. I could actually demo that actually. I might do that a little bit later. Right, let's get the little capacitors on first. 100 nanofarads. Very tiny. Solder them puppies on. they're in. Cut off the excess leads. Get them off. There we are, they're in. Looking good, huh? Right, more little capacitors needed. One in here. One down here. I should have used some pliers to bend the legs a bit better, but it'll do. It's all good in the hood. Any more little capacitors needed? No. Let's get that soldered. There you go. Cut the excess legs off. We don't mess about, do we, Captain Raypaul, when we're building stuff? Get it in.
This might answer your question.
Whoa! What's floated your bloody Alexa?
1,000,000
Stop! Did I or did I not mention her name? Cheeky woman. Butting in onto my live stream, how dare you? Stupid Alexa. Hey, the lamb! Oh, look at that, he's getting all technical now. Tantalum, ooh, gross, use ceramics. No! No, no, no. Different capacitors for different usage, the lamb. If I was using audio circuits, I definitely wouldn't use ceramics. They're very microphonic. But these are totally fine for basically to filter out any noise on the power supply line. I don't need any more of them now. Okay. Ah, big babies going on now, these big capacitors, electrolytic. 220 microfarads. 35 volt puppies, here we go. Hey, do you like my PCBs, the lamb? I designed these myself in KiCad. Right, let's get these on. Where's the other one gone? Come back. You ain't going nowhere, son. Turn it over so can we see it? There we go. In like Flynn. Get rid of the excess. Oh, it's taking shape now. Oi, oi, Savoy, Carroidal, how are you? Good to see you. You're Mr. Tamir89, you're creating a project too. Oh, yes. You've got to do something to ease the boredom or stop you from banging your head against the wall, haven't you? So, where are we? Have I missed anything interesting in the chat, like taking the piss? Hold on. da, 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 da. Hey, we've got some electronic knowledgeable people in the chat, that's a bonus. Now then, what we're going to put on next? Let's put on the protection diode. I always, 98% of the time, put a protection diode in my projects. So any reverse polarity, mishappenings, nothing will blow up. A good old 1N4007, 1000 volts at 1 amps, which is plenty for this microcontroller. So, good old diode. Now, who wants to explain what a diode's function is in the chat? Come on, we're educating each other here. So, the diode goes here. Get in, you swine. There we go. My goodness, Mr. Tamer89, I need 200 to 300 quid to do my remote control Night Rider kit core project. That sounds interesting. Get on Dragon's Den. How much are you asking for? 200 to 300 quid. And what's it for? I'm going to build a Night Rider kit core. Well, I can tell you now for sure for this now, Mr. Tamer89. I'm out. Oh, here we go. Colloidal. Hold on. Oh, Captain Ray Paul, it's basically one-way valve. Yep, correct. The lamp says a diode allows current to pass one way but not the other, unless you really give it some air current. Yep, correct. Permits electron flow in one direction only, Colloidal. Correct, all correct up to now. Chris R says, causes aches in paranoid androids. I suppose it is correct. I have sat on diodes before and the lead's gone through my bottom. So in that respect, I've got to say correct Chris R as well. Right, let's get this diode soldered in. Let me just make sure I put it in the right way first. And what are the two ends of a diode called? Anybody? Come on. One begins with A and one begins with K. Or is it C? No, it's C. C or K, either way. Trina, most electronic components you can blow up. But capacitors are the most fun. Oh, you didn't see me soldering that in, did you? I didn't move the thingamajig. Camera. Anyway, it's in. we go. Our little protection diodes in to stop things exploding. If I happen to put the power in the wrong way around, which does happen a lot with me, hence why I put protection diodes in now. So, everything has a breakdown voltage, says the lamp. Absolutely correct. Anode and cathode, that's it, Chris O. Spot on, anode and cathode. Anode is where the positive goes. So, you know, the current flows from anode to cathode. Right, what's next then? It's taking shape now. Oh, another capacitor, electrolytic capacitor. 10 microfarad needed. Not be a second. Here we are. Focus, goddammit. 10 microfarad. 63 volts going in now. Into the board and listen to. Into the board. To stop the component falling out of the board when you turn it upside down, just spray the legs out at each side. Like that. Hey, behave yourselves. I have made it not suitable for kids just in case. So yeah, it stops it falling out, look. I know a lot of you already know that, but for somebody who's very new to electronics, they are good tips. I've seen a lot of people struggling trying to solder components on like this, and the component keeps falling out. There you go. Cut off the excess. Looking a lot better now than just a bare PCB, isn't it? That crystal's not all on its own anymore, it's got all its little friends. Oh, now the big puppy's going on. The microprocessor, well, the socket for it anyway. Where are they? Here we are. Sockets. For the microprocessor, 28-pin socket. Going on the board. Are you going to socket your pig? Ah, I've just seen that, the lamb, yes. Well, you know now. Loving the music, is that PWMO said. It's actually from a Commodore 64. It's, I waited to see if anyone knew what game this music was from. I'll tell you later if nobody gets it. I have a feeling Mark could build a space shuttle from all the supplies he has. I've got a lot of supplies, Mrs. Raypaul. Yeah. Always socket a chip. Always. Because believe me, when you're messing with stuff like this and you blow a chip up, it's an absolute nightmare unsoldering it and soldering it back. Plus, you risk damaging your pads, so always socket your chips. There are other reasons why you don't socket a chip. Right, let's get it in. Now, because that's going to fall out when I turn it over. Hold it in when you turn it over. And one corner, bend a pin over. And then at the opposite far end corner, bend that one over as well. Lots of bending over. Oh, bitch. There we go, it won't fall out now, look. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a microchip, baby. I'm having fun, I might just do this for an hour. Alrighty then. Right then, look at all them pins I've got to solder. Here we go. I'll give you a close-up. Let's go even closer. Look at all them lovely solder fumes flying around. But I love the smell. Melt, you son of a gun. I hope you can see this alright. Yes, Chris, oh. Well, we all have our own way of doing things, don't we? But the reason I start with little components first, depending on your PCB layout, but I've had it before, you put all your big components on first. Sometimes it's a pain in the arse to try and squeeze your little components in, so I always get my little components on first. But each to his own though, isn't it? There we go. Hold on. We'll clean the back end of the old PCB once everything's soldered on. It's looking quite populated now, isn't it? Now, what else have we got left? Just a resistor. 22k. Well, it'll have to be 20k, which is totally fine. This is for the reset line on the microprocessor to stop it permanently being in reset. It's a pull-up resistor. It keeps a voltage on the reset pin to stop it resetting because, for those that don't know, when you ground a reset line, it resets the whole microprocessor. So, there it is. Let's spread them legs out. Legs are spread. Now let's solder it in. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Cut off the excess. Oh, I'm getting backache here. Oh, I need a proper workshop.
There we go. All in. All I've got to put on now is some pin headers for the programmer to plug into. 1, 2, 3, 6 pins. Not be a minute. Pin headers, 2.54mm pitch between each pin. I need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And they are for the programming header. Go on here. The other tip to get these soldered on straight is to hold one side and solder one pin on the other side first. Because then if you don't get it straight, it's easy to get it straight just by melting that one joint again. And I know most of you do know that, but like I said, just in case somebody's watching who's wanting any tips of soldering. I usually try and get it straight first anyway. So just solder one. Yeah, that's straight enough. It's an earthquake. Righty-ho, there we go. And what plugs into there, I'll show you. Jesus Christ, that took some getting out. This is what programs the microchip. It's called a PIC Kit 3. And that plugs into that. So when I want to program it, stick it in there. There we go. Program it. We're not going to do that yet though. So, not much left to do really, apart from main powering. We're going to solder the regulator onto these wires. Now where am I going to... I usually stick this regulator down here using a double-sided sticky tape. I've got to find the data sheet for this because I can never remember the pin out on these regulators. Let's stick the chip in, shall we? Let's stick this chip in. Got to make these legs straight because
they're spayed out at the minute. You've got to get them straight, otherwise they don't fit into that socket. So let me just straighten them. Alrighty then. A lot straighter. Let's stick it in. And she's in. Oh, this sex butter's tick. That's the sex butter's brain right there. Robot. Stick a massive heat sink on it, says the lamb. Luckily it won't need it for this microprocessor. Have I missed anything else in the chat? Good name for an album though, says the lamb. Metal fume fever is a real and dangerous thing. Do you know I've been soldering with leaded solder ever since I started, which were about 15 years old. I've never had any problems. Right then, where am I? Hold on. So let me just find the data sheet for this regulator. Where's my phone? Hey Trina, will you do me a favour? If my shopping comes, will you just take it off him and leave it in Porsche or something? There's only a few items. Ah, Katrina's shared it on Facebook. Thanks, Katrina. You haven't got anybody, but... Oh, I don't like this. 13 viewers and 13 likes. Somebody dislikes, so it takes it off that unlucky number. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Right then, data sheet. Where's my magnifying glass? Oh, just a minute. It is an AP 1117. Hold on. AP 1117 D33 G dash 13. Oh, bloody phone! That was my first tantrum.
What time's your shopping coming?
4 to 5. Right then. Oh, except cookies, except bloody cookies all the bleeding time. Right, data sheet, let's have a look. Oh, that's going to be upside down for you, isn't it? Hold on. .4 volt maximum dropout at full load current. That's good, that. Fast transient response, output current limiting, built-in thermal shutdown, good noise rejection, 3 terminal. What's that say? I'm reading this upside down. Adjustable, 3 terminal adjustable or fixed 1.5 volt, 1.8 volt, 3.3 volt, that's what I've got. Lovely jubbly. Right, so there's the pinouts. Right then. Stop spinning round. Ground out in. So out on the left. I mean in on the right. Out. Da da da.
hold on, I've got to read something here. Come on, what's my maximum input voltage? Where are you? You know, sometimes data sheets are bloody stupid. Hold on. Ah, 18 volts maximum input, I'm alright. Right then, let's get soldering. Regulator. The regulator onto these wires. Might make them a little shorter. Strip it and twist it. Strip and twist. Don't forget to strip and twist. Oh yeah. Twist, you son of a bitch. Why ain't it twisting? This one's being stubborn. It likes the strip but not the twist. There we are. Tin 'em. Tinned. Let's tin the regulator. Right, input to the right, output in the middle. We want the in to the right. There she is.
Why did I do it now? Oh god, sorry. And the output, I mean the ground. Output. I thought I'd soldered it on wrong then. To the metal tab. Can't see the chat at the minute. I don't. God knows what you're saying. There we go. God damn, that's hot. Right, out to the tab. Yep. Ground to the left. And input volts to the right. Yeah, that's it. That looks good to me. Now what I'm going to do with that is put some heat shrink round it. And here we got some heat shrink. All different sizes. Lovely jubbly. Right, what size do I need? Come here. You son of a... Too small. But this one's just right. Alrighty then. My music's finished. Now, let's heat shrink this baby. There we are. That'll stop it from shorting out to anything, but I'm going to stick it down on there with some tape, the regulator. So who we got? Oh, still got 14 viewers. Hello everybody. Oh, it's even more ghetto than a hairdryer, says the lamb. I'm over here on the left with the clowns. I'm glad to know there is a genius who works on medical equipment, says Laurie Vaduzia. Yeah. Mind you, most stuff at work now it's throwaway stuff. You just replace boards now, which is a shame. I'm kind of thankful I still have this as a hobby, so I can still make my brain work, you know. Right, so let me just start that music playing again. I hate silence. Right, so let me stick this regulator down. Clean the PCB with alcohol so it's going to have a nice surface to stick to. Got to make sure it's clean, free of grease and all that kind of dust and stuff. Cotton bud. There we go. I'm just going to get my sticky tape. Sticky tape! Now this stuff is strong, it's fantastic. It's Kazan tape. I don't know. You make anything out from that? I think I got it off Amazon. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. It's Chinese. Everything's Chinese, isn't it? Right then, so cut a bit off. Trim it down. And stick the regulator down so it's not flapping about in the wind. Where's my cutters? Here we are. Go. That's going nowhere, that. So, giving it some good force there. That's going nowhere. That ain't going anywhere. I use this stuff a lot, this sticky back spongy tape. It's really strong. That's that stuck down. Now the only thing for this moment left to do now, because I'll be ending very shortly. Oh, it's a foam tape. Yes, the lamp, it's brilliant. Captain, does this remind you of the TV I built last year, Mrs. Maypole? You built a TV, Captain Maypole, an actual TV from scratch? Yeah, you're damn right, Captain, it does stick to anything. It's brilliant. Song request off Vidas and Monty, Rob Hubbard. I've only got Last Ninja. See, I'm playing off my mini disc player. It's the only thing I've transferred across onto mini disc at the moment is the Last Ninja. Last Ninja 2. Yeah, so I think we're done with soldering on there for the moment. Yeah. All these pads you can see, these pads, they're all ground. These all go to I/O pins on the CPU. This is plus 3.3 volts, and then same again on the other side, ground, I/O pins, and then 3.3 volts. So I will be soldering wires onto these and transferring them across to other boards and sensors I may put on the robot. So let's bring the robot back into view, shall we? Take this off now, we're done with that for a minute. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Wait a minute. Sex butter, come on. Here she is, look. Sex butter. Now this, where am I going to stick this? It's got to go here. It's going to be a challenge mounting sensors and things on this, because these holes would have come in handy, but if I'm going to put that there, it's going to cover them holes up unless I stand it off. Should I put it that way? That way, or oh wait a minute, should I put it that way? So there's going to be wires running from here to the inputs of this motor controller. A couple of power wires going to this power bus. So that's where we're at. So I think what I'll do for now, shall I stick it that way or that way? Sex butter, the beer getter. We've got a long time to think of some names. This isn't build a robot in a day. I'm going to take my time with this time. I've built a good few robots before in my time, with wireless camera on it, which is hopefully what this is going to have on it. That way or that way? Oh, I'll stick it on that way. Now what I want to do, because I want to stick it down there, I need... where is it? What have I done with it? Oh, I'll put it back in the drum. Hold on a minute. Now this stuff, I'm not quite sure what material it is, but it's like a plastic, but it's very easy to cut through. So I need to cut a square bit of this out for this to stick onto. So then I can stick it there then. So if I stuck that straight down onto there, these pins will pierce right through the sponge tape and short out onto the metal of the chassis. But if I use this, cut it into shape and then stick that onto there and then that onto there, everything will be fine. Which is what I've done with the power bus there. Oh. Plastic, and then stick the circuit board onto that. So let's draw how much I need. Good old Sharpie. There we go. Cut that off. If I knew where my Stanley knife was, I'd do it with that. I've only got this modelling knife, which is very brittle, so you've got to be very careful with it. So, let's see if I can get this cut. There we go, that'll do. Sorry for that big loud cracking noise you just heard there. I hope it's not deafened you. Just trim it a bit. All good. Where's my lid? There we are. Friggin' holds up with this. Yeah, there we are. Lid's back on. Come, sex butter, come! So that's going to stick on there. And then the braids of the computer are going to stick on top of that, like that. So let's do that now. Nearly done, nearly done. Hey, thanks for the likes, everybody. 17 likes. Better than when I play a bloody keyboard, this. Right. Get the old 99 point whatever percent, what is it? 99.9% alcohol. Oh, it's a proper whole alcohol. I'm going to make sure the surfaces of this are clean, free of grease. Swine! I think that's about as clean as that side's gonna get. Where's my tape? Get the old tape. Another piece. Okey-doke. Clean the chassis here, and we're free of dust and grease. Good tip, by the way, there. If you're ever going to stick stickers on something and you want it to stick well and last, clean it with alcohol first and make sure it's evaporated. Makes stickers and things like that stick 10 times better. So let's peel this back. Go and stick it on the robot. That's not going anywhere. Now, we need to stick this on the top of there. But first, I'm going to clean this PCB, get rid of all the flux and possible little blobs of solder that's been left after soldering all them components on. Toothbrush. And no, this isn't the one I use to brush my teeth. Why are you spraying above your robot, says Mr. Tammy89. Oh, don't worry, it's alcohol, Mr. Tammy89. No damage done. Mark glued the tip of his thumb back on once. Hey, you're damn right I did. I don't mess about. Super glue's fantastic. You're going to need public liability insurance too, Mrs. Waypole, says the lamb. Hello again, good robot, says Ayub. I'll wait till you see it moving, Ayub. That won't be today though. Right, let's clean the back of this. Never be scared of using too much alcohol, it all evaporates. More the better when cleaning, to be honest. On PCBs. that evaporate a bit. Alrighty then. Bring sex butter back. Right, give this bit a clean what it's going to sit on, stick on. That should do the trick. Now, because this PCB, you see how some of the joints stick out. It's not totally flat, is it? So I'm going to put a couple of layers of this sponge on. Otherwise, it's not going to stick properly. So here we go. See, you can see the solder joint sticking through that tape. If I don't put another layer or two on top of that, them joints are just going to hit the plastic of this, and it's not going to stick down properly. It just wobbles, you see. So I need a good few layers, 2 to 3 layers. La 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 la. That sounds like the song from Nightcrawler, Road Blaster. Oh. It's Last Ninja 2. The Commodore 64, Mr. Tamir 89. Safety third, Captain Raypole. I would have sprayed a bit of alcohol onto the toothbrush instead. Oh well, each to their own. No. I always flood the PCB. Guaranteed to get it everywhere. Like I said, don't be too scarce with it either. Give that PCB a good clean. Will that be enough? Do I want to do another layer? Yeah, one more layer I think, and we'll be done. One more layer of tape. Can you tell what it is yet? Oh, that'll should do it, that'll do it. Nice and easy does it every time. Right, that's all good. Let's stick it on. Just trim it back a bit. Cut your swine. That'll do me, Tommy. This bloody camera keep moving or what? That way. Oh, that way. Suppose I want to pat the power input closer to the power bus, so we'll stick it this way. Sticking it in. Give it a good push now. There we go. That's going nowhere. That's going nowhere. So, all good. So, I think I'm going to leave part 1 for now. Part 2 will wire. We'll get some wires from the I/O pins and wire them into the motor driver. And let's get these motors spinning and see these tracks moving. 6 butters coming along quite nicely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it, everybody, everyone that's stuck around. I hope I've not bored you to tears. I quite enjoyed that. It's I think it weren't too bad, was there? How was it for you lot? What did you think? I'll see you all later on the Jimmy Riddles stream, seeing as I didn't have to go into work today. Bonus. The Jimmy Riddles stream at 7 PM. So be there or be square. Hey, Swanjan77! Hello! Nice to see you. How long you been here, Swanjan? Hey, Mark Hodgen! Great, says Mark. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, right. Let me say me goodbyes to you and look out for part 2. I don't know when it'll be. It won't be that too far away. I'll be sure to let you know. Local experimentalist, hello. I missed most of the build. It probably would have bored you to tears though, local, so you've not really missed anything, but you know. I hope some people may have got a few tips out of it, I don't know. But yeah, it's coming along nicely now. We've got 3 circuit boards on there. Batteries going there, and then we'll start wiring it up and doing a bit of programming. And then after that, we'll be thinking of what sensors. I want to put as many sensors on this that I can think of. It's got to be packed full of them. So let me say, totty buys to... I was bored to tears from the very start, says the lamb. Right, you all take care. Mr. Tammy 89, Captain Ray Paul. Now we start on the munitions. Oh, we'll you'll have to wait for that. This is Ray Paul. See you at Jimmy Riddle Show. Smodger 77. Take care. Katrina Denton. Lottie Van Oozier. Chris R. Swanger 77. Mark Hodgen. Yeah, thanks for all being here and watching me do this crazy build. I will see you all soon. Taking the carings.